And today, we're diving deep into some game-changing truths about female psychology that will not only make you irresistible, but will also help you build relationships that are deeper, more passionate, and more fulfilling than you ever thought possible. Hey, Kings, it's your girl here, and if you're watching this, chances are you're already ahead of the curve. You're a man who's serious about leveling up, not just in your career or your fitness, but in the most profoundly rewarding area of your life, your relationships. And let's be real, when we talk about relationships, for most of you, that means understanding the incredible, beautiful, sometimes baffling, and always fascinating creature that is a woman. For years, my mission has been to demystify what it means to truly connect, to help you bridge the gaps that often feel like canyons between men and women. I've seen countless men transform their lives, not by playing games, but by genuinely understanding the psychology that drives attraction, intimacy, and lasting love. And today, we're diving deep into some game-changing truths about female psychology that will not only make you irresistible, but will also help you build relationships that are deeper, more passionate, and more fulfilling than you ever thought possible. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's get something straight. If your intimate life feels a little stale, or your relationship feels like it's running on fumes, it's not your fault. Seriously, a lot of the relationship advice out there is either too narrow, focusing only on physical intimacy, or it completely ignores the bedroom in favor of surface-level relationship tips. But here's the thing, your relationship doesn't magically transform the moment you're both naked. No one wants to go to bed with their partner after a silent war over who loads the dishwasher or how to hang the toilet paper. And if you can't remember the last time you truly connected, it's impossible for your relationship to feel solid. My work, our work together, is about bridging that gap. It's about giving you the fundamental insights you need and then showing you, step by step, how to actually use them. No empty theories, just actionable strategies. Are you ready to not just understand, but to master the art of connection? Good, because we're about to make your love life, and frankly, your entire life, much, much better. Beyond the obvious, what women really crave. So, let's be honest for a moment. What would you say is your craziest, most exhilarating intimate fantasy? You might picture yourself and your partner exploring new sensations with comfortable ties, engaging in playful scenarios, perhaps trying some unique positions, or even getting adventurous in private spaces. All of these, my friends, are examples of exploratory intimacy. And for some, the phrase exploratory intimacy might make you immediately think of obscure interests or super intense complex bonding. But what many don't realize is that exploratory intimacy covers a surprisingly wide range of interests. It's not just about what happens in the shadows. It's about exploring desires, fantasies, and pushing boundaries together. There are countless ways to define exploratory intimacy, but at its heart, it often revolves around power dynamics, fantasy role-playing, different levels of bonding, consensual exploration, dressing up in costumes, and exploring unique scenarios with your partner. Think about it. In 2022 alone, things like virtual connection, consensual dominance and submission, playful spanking, various forms of consensual tying, and sensory exploration were some of the most common avenues. And while exploratory intimacy used to carry a certain stigma, our society is becoming more and more open to these avenues, and for good reason. When approached correctly, it's a powerful tool for deepening intimacy and injecting exhilarating novelty into your relationship. The golden rules of exploration: trust, communication, and consent. Now, if you and your partner are ready to spice things up, to dip your toes into these waters, there are a few absolutely non-negotiable rules you need to understand before you dive in. This isn't just about trying something new, it's about doing it right. You might find something you absolutely adore, or you might discover something that's definitely not for you, and that's perfectly fine. The key here is exploration, and that means being present, being aware, and being respectful. First and foremost, when trying anything new, especially anything involving exploratory intimacy, it is imperative that you listen to your body. Your body is your compass. Trust its signals. If something feels off, uncomfortable, or just not right, that's your body talking to you. And equally important, you must talk to your partner before you try anything new. This isn't just a casual chat. This is a deep dive into what you both want, what you're curious about, and perhaps most critically, what you absolutely do not want. Get incredibly clear on boundaries. This isn't a moment for assumptions or mind reading, and this leads us to the most fundamental principle of all. Consent is always, always important. This is true for every single intimate encounter, and it's especially true when you're exploring different kinds of intimate play. To make this process seamless and safe, a common and highly effective tool for couples is to come up with a safe word. This safe word is your ultimate boundary protector. Whenever this word is said by either partner, everything, and I mean everything, must stop immediately without question or hesitation. It's a non-negotiable instant stop button that ensures safety and trust. Furthermore, if you and your partner decide to use any kind of gentle restraints or soft ties, please, for the love of all that is sacred, make sure they are easy to take off. In the heat of the moment, or even just as you're experimenting, someone might get nervous or uncomfortable. The ability to quickly and easily release is paramount for safety and for maintaining that trust. More advanced bonding or role play should only be done if both of you are fully educated and know how to do it safely. This isn't a time for guesswork. Do your research, understand the techniques, and if in doubt, start with something simpler. Remember, this journey is about fun and exploration. Trying new things brings you closer to yourself, expanding your understanding of your own sexuality. And when done together with trust and communication, it will undoubtedly bring you and your partner closer than ever before. Beyond the basics, positions to ignite your passion. Now that we've covered the golden rules, let's talk about some specific positions and techniques that can help you inject that adventurous spark into your bedroom. These are fantastic starting points for couples who want to explore intimate play without jumping straight into the deep end. 1. Elevated embrace. This one might require a little bit of stretching, but trust me, it's absolutely worth the effort. Have your partner lie on their back. You, the man, will then spread your legs wide and let your partner gently lift your legs toward the sky by your ankles. Imagine the happy baby pose at the end of a yoga class, but with an intimate twist. This position inherently creates a more active and receptive dynamic, as the person on the bottom is literally letting their partner guide their movement. It's a beautiful surrender. Some people find this simple shift in dynamic exciting enough. But if you want to turn it up a notch, your partner can hold you gently with some fun, soft cuffs or a light, bondage-specific material. A crucial tip here: when looking for materials for play, always buy ones that are specifically made for gentle, intimate use. These materials are designed to be much softer, won't dig into your skin, and are far less likely to cause injury or discomfort. Your partner's comfort and safety are paramount. 2. The power of sensory focus. This isn't a specific intimate position, but experimenting with a sensory focus in bed is one of the gentlest and most immediately impactful ways for newcomers to explore new sensations. Taking away your sight for a while fundamentally shifts your experience. It forces you to rely on your other senses, making every touch, every sound, every subtle movement from your partner feel incredibly intense. Not only will the physical sensations be amplified, but many people find it incredibly exciting to not know exactly what will happen next. It builds anticipation and trust. Some popular positions to try with a sensory focus include spooning, where the closeness and heightened senses can be profoundly intimate. For a more adventurous feel, try doggy style with the receiver blindfolded, which can intensify the power dynamic and surprise. And for truly mind-blowing oral intimacy, have your partner use a sensory focus. It can transform the experience, making them incredibly present and responsive to every subtle nuance of your touch. 3. Elevated exploration. This might not immediately strike you as overtly adventurous, but it's an excellent starting point for exploring new dynamics because of its versatility. You can start by having one partner lie down on the bed, but also consider a desk, a sturdy counter, or even a chair. The possibilities are endless. While your partner is in this position, you can engage in intimate penetration with a toy, your anatomy, or even just your fingers. What makes this position subtly adventurous is the dynamic it introduces. The person leaning back is in a more vulnerable, open position, allowing the other partner to take a more active role. If both of you want to explore this dynamic, it's a fantastic way to enjoy the thrill of trying something new without it feeling too intimidating. To amplify the experience, the person in the back can use their hands to gently guide their partner, or even try to gently secure their partner's hands behind their back with soft restraints. This truly gives the person in the back a chance to embrace a guiding role. And yes, this is a great position to try if you and your partner want to experiment with light, consensual, playful contact, or even a soft toy. It's all about communication and comfort, remember? 4. The elevated gaze, oral intimacy edition. This is an oral intimacy position that's perfect for those just starting to explore new dynamics, as it introduces a subtle shift in vulnerability and power. In the elevated gaze, the person engaging in oral intimacy is in a new, more receptive position on the floor or bed, while the other person stands over them. This dynamic, on its own, can be incredibly exciting. It introduces an element of physical focus and control that can be deeply arousing for both partners. But of course, you can make it even more exciting. Have the receiver apply a sensory focus to their partner, heightening the giver's other senses and adding to the feeling of surrender. Or, for a gentle step into sensory play, lightly secure the giver's hands together. Again, we're talking about soft, intimate play materials, easily removable, and with clear communication. This subtle addition can create a powerful sense of heightened sensation and delicious vulnerability for the person giving. 5. Gentle limb securing. Light, consensual, intimate tying is an excellent way to get acquainted with exploratory intimacy, and securing limbs to the bed is a classic for a reason. There are several ways to do this, but the most common is to gently secure one partner's wrist to the bedpost behind them. If you both want to try something a little different, you can also do this with their ankles. Most people default to using intimate rope here, but for beginners, I strongly recommend avoiding rigid rope unless you know how to tie the right knots for an easy, quick release. This is crucial because if you start to feel nervous or uncomfortable once you're gently secured, you need to be able to get out quickly. We can usually relax and enjoy the process more when we know we have an out. So, if you're just starting, put the rigid rope aside for now and instead use something like silk restraints or a beginner intimate restraint kit. These are designed for ease of use, comfort, and quick release, allowing you to explore the sensation of being gently secured without any unnecessary anxiety. The secret ingredient, why this works for you. Now, you might be wondering, what does all this have to do with female psychology? And here's the genius of it, gentlemen. When you, as a man, are willing to explore these avenues, to step outside your comfort zone, and to prioritize your partner's pleasure and shared adventure, you are tapping into incredibly powerful psychological triggers for women. You are showing confidence, not just physical confidence, but the confidence to be vulnerable, to try new things, to be adventurous. This is incredibly attractive. Presence. When you're focused on shared exploration, you are fully present. You're not distracted, you're not going through the motions. This makes a woman feel seen, cherished, and desired. Trust and safety. By establishing safe words, discussing boundaries, and ensuring comfort, you are building an unparalleled level of trust and psychological safety. A woman needs to feel safe to truly let go and explore her desires. Leadership in a healthy way. Taking the initiative to research, discuss, and implement these new experiences shows a form of healthy leadership in the relationship. You're guiding the adventure, but always with consent and respect. Intimacy beyond the physical. Exploring intimate play, when done right, is an act of profound intimacy. It's about sharing fantasies, vulnerabilities, and building a unique bond that goes far beyond just physical touch. It's the meeting of minds, hearts, and bodies. Spontaneity and excitement. You're injecting novelty and excitement, fighting against the natural entropy that can creep into long-term relationships. You're showing that you're willing to keep the spark alive and that you view intimacy as a dynamic, evolving journey. Ultimately, what women truly crave, deeply, psychologically, is to feel desired, understood, safe, and excited. They want a partner who is attuned to their needs, adventurous enough to explore with them, and confident enough to lead them into new experiences, always with respect and care. When you embody these qualities, you become not just a great lover, but an extraordinary partner. Your next steps, the journey continues. So there you have it, gentlemen. This isn't just about trying a few adventurous positions. This is about opening up a whole new world of connection, understanding, and exhilarating intimacy. It's about becoming the man who is so deeply attuned to his partner that the bedroom becomes a playground of shared discovery. If you found this video valuable, and I know you did, then do me a favor. Hit that like button, because it tells me you want more of this deep, honest truth. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss a single episode of game-changing wisdom. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you're excited to try with your partner after watching this? Or what's a challenge you faced in bringing more excitement into your relationship? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and your insights help us all grow. Until next time, keep leveling up. Keep connecting deeply, and keep being the incredible men you are. You've got this, and I've got your back.
This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The content shared is based on personal experiences, psychological studies, and general relationship advice. It is not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, or relationship counseling. Individual experiences may vary, and it's important to communicate openly with your partner and seek professional guidance if needed. Viewer discretion is advised, as this video discusses topics related to intimacy and relationships. If you have any health concerns or medical conditions that may affect your intimate life, please consult a qualified healthcare professional before making any changes. By watching this video, you acknowledge that the creator is not responsible for any personal decisions or outcomes resulting from the information provided.